The hunting party had been tracking the human for 3 days through the forests of Valoria 9. 6 young Kryn warriors, barely past their adolescence, eager to prove themselves against the galaxy's newest additions. Humans were small, fragile, soft-skinned prey animals pretending to be civilized. Easy targets. They'd studied her pattern. Dr. Rebecca Walsh, xenobotanist, alone in the deep forest collecting samples. No weapons, no lockup, just her, a collection kit, and that false confidence humans always carried. The cubs, as the elders called young hunters, set their ambush at the river crossing. When Rebecca stepped onto the rocks, they struck. The first cub's claws caught her across the shoulder, tearing through her jacket and the flesh beneath. Blood, bright red human blood, sprayed across the moss-covered stones. Then something changed. The cubs had been taught that bleeding prey ran. Bleeding prey panicked. Bleeding prey died. Rebecca didn't run. She turned, and the scent of her blood hit them all at once. It wasn't the sweet, coppery smell of prey animals. It carried something else, something that made their predatory instincts, honed over millions of years of evolution, suddenly scream a warning their conscious minds didn't understand. The youngest cub, Thresh, took an involuntary step backward. His nostrils flared, processing the chemical signature. His eyes widened. "That's Apex," he whispered in the hunting tongue. The others froze. Apex was a concept, not a species. It meant the top, the thing that didn't get hunted, the thing that did the hunting. Rebecca's hand pressed against her bleeding shoulder, and when she pulled it away, her palm was crimson. She looked at the blood, then at the 6 Kryn surrounding her. Her expression wasn't fear. It was assessment. "You made me bleed," she said quietly. Her voice carried something the translator couldn't quite capture. Something The lead cub, Vextar, tried to salvage his courage. "Ud, you're wounded. You're prey." "No." Rebecca's lips pulled back, showing her flat, omnivore teeth. "When you make something bleed on Earth, you find out if you were hunting or if you just rang the dinner bell." She moved, not away, toward. Her species wasn't built for claws or fangs. But Earth's gravity was 1.3 times Valoria's, and she'd spent 3 years in the field studying megafauna that could crush shuttles. She knew how predators moved, how they thought, how they died. Rebecca's boot caught Vextar in his center mass, the kick carrying Earth gravity force behind it. He flew backward into the river. Before the others could react, she'd grabbed a fallen branch. Not a weapon, just wood, and swung it like she'd been training with staffs her entire life, which the cubs would later learn she had. 2 more went down. The remaining 3 scattered, their nerve broken. Thresh ran faster than he'd ever run, his mind trying to reconcile what he'd witnessed. The human hadn't fought like prey. She'd fought like something that knew it would win. Back at their clan hold, the cubs faced their elder, matriarch HFY. She listened to their stammering report with growing concern. "You said the blood smelled Apex?" she asked Thresh directly. "Yes, matriarch. It was wrong. All wrong. Like when the Void Stalkers marked territory." HFY pulled up the human database entry on her console, accessing deeper files than the standard profiles. Her claws clicked rapidly across the keys until she found what she was looking for. "Earth," she read aloud. "Average predator to prey ratio, 1 to 10, 0, 0, 0. Typical for death worlds." She scrolled further. "Human ancestral diet, 70% meat obtained through persistence hunting. Primary hunting method, chase prey until it dies of exhaustion." "But they're small," Vextar protested from his medical pod. "Weak. They're efficient," HFY corrected. "And you didn't just make her bleed. You activated millions of years of evolutionary response. When humans bleed, their bodies flood with combat chemicals. Pain tolerance increases. Strength multiplies. Rational thought takes a back seat to survival instinct." She pulled up Rebecca's file image, the woman smiling pleasantly in her university photo. "This is Dr. Walsh at rest. You met Dr. Walsh in combat mode. Be grateful she was a scientist and not a soldier." Thresh's tail curled in submission. "What do we do, matriarch?" "You leave her alone. You leave all humans alone unless they explicitly invite interaction. HFY close the file. And you learn this lesson. Just because something doesn't have claws doesn't mean it isn't apex. Rebecca returned to her research station, shoulder bandaged, sample kit intact. She filed a report about the misunderstanding with local fauna and requested no action be taken. The Kryn cubs learned a valuable lesson that day. On Earth, everything was trying to kill everything else. The things that survived weren't the strongest or the fastest.